experience was, I will tell you, it was very awesome. Starting from what happened, because, okay, let me first talk about what I was able to have. One is meeting veterans and experts in the media industry. You know, in every kind of things that we did, we were listening from experts and we were listening from veterans, veteran journalists. I'll give you an example. Daniel Kalinaki is known as a writer. We were able to listen to him, guiding us on what we ought to do or what we aspire to do.
I got to learn so much. It was way beyond what I was expecting, because when we arrived at Jeffrey, we were asked what we were expecting, and I said I was expecting to learn, but the things that I got to know in terms of journalism just blew me away completely. I could see my career gain more credibility and weight. Yeah, I could see that at the end of the day I'll be outstanding, if that's just the beginning.
There's where they talked about who is telling the African story, or who is it, how is it being told? You know, we've been portrayed as thieves, we've been portrayed as ignorant, we've been portrayed as a continent with diseases. But here comes a time where a certain writer, a known one, tells you that, you know, if we are to write about Africa, we have to write about it in this way. Because see, we have forests, we have civilization, we have valleys, we have lakes.
I can say that every session was very special. Every session had something different and something new or something more to add on to all of us as participants, and me especially.
I think these kinds of engagements are useful opportunities to hand down the baton from one generation to another. My generation was a transitional generation between the guys who did journalism without any formal journalism training. Yeah. Because the first degree level program in Uganda didn't start until I think 92 or 93 at Makerere. There were diploma and certificate courses before that. But the guys were kind of older than me, and then our generation were the first group of people that went into journalism as a profession. They decided, I want to be a journalist and I'm going to go to university and read journalism.
But at the same time, we still have those grounding ethics as who we are as journalists, what our roles are in society, and also how we tell stories. How do we ask the tough questions? And what do we really intend to do with our journalism?
For people to pay for content, you must give them content that they are willing to pay for.
So I would look for that thing these are not looking for, and make my story extremely outrageous.
This program is meant to give you just what Sheila has given us today.
In every story, the one thing that you have to do is, as a journalist, is do research. You must read. If you don't read about a subject that you're covering, if you do not have information about something that you want to do, then you have nothing. You're not the right person. You know, most times when you're writing a pitch, this is something that you're going to get used to hearing a lot when you start working for media houses.
Build yourself to be this phenomenal journalist, so that when an offer comes around, you have your own offer. So you need to make yourselves relevant, and then read, be informed, be on top of issues, if you have to be good journalists.
Remember what you want to do and keep, that skill, keep doing what you can do. And eventually you get it.
What special thing, like to be specific, I should talk about solutions journalism. It was a session that made journalism golden. We had sessions before, but this was like an in-depth study on journalism. It just made everything amazing. It gave me more reason to be a journalist.
Alright, kulikirayo ddala mwaka akayenda kyembayi munyumiddwa ne saagala werabira nti no ekyokunywa kyokka kikata nnyonta ekyakosebwa okubeera nga kyekinywebwa omuntu Uganda kyekya Dreamz Natural Mineral Water oganya n'olanga ate obulamu buli maridadi sana.
Welcome to the show. This is the morning traffic. My name is Julius and you're listening to 87.7 MCI FM.
And I am Mercy Gano. Wherever you are, whoever you are, thank you so much for joining us today.
And as usual, the incredible boy of Uganda, Steven, is also right here in the studios.
And I'm Patricia Teruma, present in studio to discuss this interesting topic today. You
want to play ball?
Thank you for tuning in to 90.1 MCI Radio. We are excited that at this specific moment you're listening in, and today on the show, My Story. My name is Sandy and I am hosting with the one and only
Omuzibu Mugaga Mark Charles. Nga tubayitera ensonga ezikwata ku bintu by'abavubuka muganda wange. Twagala ko tugambe munange twayogeddeko ku kintu kyenjaga. Bikaseera mpulira bayogera ku njaga, and just know kyampadde amaanyi okuva ku research gye bakoze like recently. I think Sandra can bring more light about the research.
Now, Mark, according to the statistical medical report of 2016, it is
with my peers, it was also a good experience, and it was a bit challenging and intimidating at the same time. These were the stars of the competition. Everybody at that point had something special about them. So it was a very tricky moment, but it was also special because we were brought together in one space. We all have our stars, you know, in one area or the other, but then we were able to sit down and understand how to merge and even be friends. It was a good experience because I realized that at the end of the day, most if not all of the fellows were really friendly and warm to me. So it was a special experience, and I enjoyed being around them and sharing not just intellectual knowledge, but even socially sharing knowledge and experiences and interacting generally.
It was super exciting fun. Let me say extreme fun, because I heard from comments of these people, my fellows, they were commenting about how they were facilitated, leave alone the facilitators, the media personnel, but in food, in drinks, oh my God, breaks. You would think that, you know, am I treated like a very, very important person, VVIP? Am I a president? Having a special room for you as a single person? Then we go to lunch, we go to break. Everything was super cool.
I was excited to see people let loose. We had the karaoke night where people really came out to sing and be so free around one another and dance with one another. We had a night out at CAST. It was an event, and you know, people were still free. They were really comfortable in their own skins, and this is where I really commend the Media Challenge Initiative, you know, for putting together a program like this and allowing us to be ourselves, you know, allowing us to be who we really are.
We spent a full night almost dancing and singing. I personally slept at around 2 a.m. I had never done that in this year. 2018, no. But on that day, it was super exciting.
We had the movie night as well. That was phenomenal. We watched a very interesting movie, which we also really learned from.
I'm on fire! I'm on fire! Now, ladies and gentlemen, this girl is, I've seen her the most humble girl in the whole fellowship that we've had. Yeah? When I saw her name on the list, I never knew she would perform. And she's one of the ladies who has a cute smile. Yes, she has a cute smile. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Charity.
There's beauty in my brokenness. I got true love instead of pain. There's freedom though you've captured me. I've got joy instead of mourning. There's beauty in my brokenness. I got true love instead of pain.
Got sex doing deck like a 7 now. And he ill, he deal, he might got a bell. He pop butters on, he got a right kind of deal. He pop, he dope, he might sell coke. He's always in the air, but he never fly coach. He trip, solo on the ship.
Yeah, I like to give a cappella because I know the song and I understand the lyrics. Okay, when I say Inze nsanyuse nnyo wankubidde leero kasimuko ekirowoozo nkyakina ye kataate ŋŋaane ntya kinkute ye waagwa n'olubalu wadde
Sukusukuma n'omukwano baby sukusukuma help you
Anensanga uzika china matani wenkutunira ntonyongera energy kisota mugari kubanja inayakabanja kotansasude kunyenya.
Well, to the lady who thinks being female is enough, yet in times of loneliness, when the horn replaces the lonely, uses something whose name begins with a V that emulates the P, uses something whose name begins with a V that emulates the P or the D that is indeed formulated from a he.
When you're deep in slumber or busy at work, in your leisure time with friends partying, all only stressed, when the skies are blue and hot or heavy raining, events emerge and the stories develop. I don't sleep, not even a brick. My eyes are open, my nose for news detect, and my cameras are staged to let no minute missed. Join me, Paul Kayunga, and the inspector, as I bring you the most engaging, accurate, and informative news analysis from the field, the comfort of your coach.
God tell me why it's so clever. Hold me on your hands forever. Every time I wanna see
I think the very first achievement I can talk about is the fact that I found my footing. Yeah? If I can say self-discovery. I've discovered who I am as a journalist. I've discovered my strengths as a journalist. I now have a sense of direction. I know where I want to go when I start to practice. I know where to go already. I know which direction to take, which path to take when I start to practice, and even now that I'm aspiring to.
I may not call myself a novice or a junior writer, but I started writing out of that fellowship program of 5 days. That is one. Then there's what we call networking. I was able to meet a number of people who defined a lot of things in my life, who told me that this is the best way to do it, and I'm still contacting them. We are still moving hand in hand, telling them that, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. So they're still teaching me. And besides that, I was able to meet these students from different universities. Remember, we have different abilities with different ambitions or different goals. But if we bring them together, we can complete or accomplish a number of things.
The highlight for me is solutions journalism, and I think I touched on it already. But solutions journalism makes journalism golden for me. It gives me a reason, a stronger reason to be a journalist, because I'm not just talking about events that happened and leaving them there. I'm actually doing journalism but also having an impact on my audience. So how is it going to shape my career? I'm definitely going to opt for solutions journalism 101%.
This program is needed on all levels. To the media fraternity or the media industry, we need it because it shapes you. It defines what journalism is. It's not a mere having a microphone or a pen and a piece of paper or standing before the camera. No, it defines what journalism is.
What special thing did I learn? Most of the knowledge that I had from class and layman knowledge about journalism was really expounded upon. It was, at the end of the day, it all just made so much sense. It's important because people get to understand who they are, but then again, you cannot organize a fellowship program if you don't have a systematic way of doing things. If you look at the Media Challenge initiative, it's a systematic process, you know. They move to schools for auditions, then we have the Inter-University Media Challenge, and then we have this fellowship program, so they sieve out.
It defines the true meaning of journalism. You know, while I was growing up, I knew journalism as something where you have a microphone or you are a radio presenter, and what you're gonna do is sit behind that microphone and pick up calls where these people, the listeners, will be like, please give me this song of Wizkid. Please can you play me Jay-Z? Please can you play me Chameleon or Beyonce? It goes beyond that. It tells you to know, to understand or to question yourself, why are they more interested in this kind of music? How impactful? How does it impact their life? So it defines the whole of the media or the journalism field or profession. So we need all this for the media personalities to be defined or to define what they're doing.
Fellowship programs equip young people. They help them to realize their potential. Sessions, if you realize the sessions that we had were rich sessions, if I should say, they were filled with so much necessary content for each and every participant. And that can be seen in the hours that we spent. We sat there for 8 hours straight, almost, for very long hours. And yes, people were exhausted, but they still wanted more. So fellowship programs like this really help to nurture and put young journalists in line, or even any other group of people who could be aspiring to be journalists, young or old. I think the Media Challenge is a phenomenal group of young people, and they should keep on doing what they're doing. I am glad to be a part of this family now that I am part of a fellowship, and I'm glad to be making a contribution or even just standing by people that really impact their community and ultimately the nation as a whole. Yeah, so I really love them, and yeah.
Love. You know, I define love as understanding someone and accepting that someone the way he or she might be. So we came from different universities, we came from different families. We had our kind of disabilities, but they were put away. And we were focused in one direction of defining the media industry. And as defining the media industry, it is defining Africa. So these people loved us the way we were, that we as students, we didn't pay for anything. And they're teaching us something that is going to be carried on to another generation that will define this Africa, and it will bring the world together. So we were loved. It is love. Thank you so much, Media Challenge Initiative.